let's jump into a different game. Let's keep watching 5-1s though, because they're essentially playing for their tournament lives.
Yes. What's a good matchup here? We have Enamel or
let's watch KuroKy.
Yeah, let's get into it. So where is he? He is against Teldo.
Okay.
Let's check it out. So if Kuro or Enamel wins this series, he will be in for tomorrow. If he doesn't, he will be out.
Yeah, so Kuro playing on the bottom. I mean, we're calling him Kuro. We're not absolutely 100%, but we're pretty sure.
I mean, I haven't seen this guy in-game at all, so if he's doing it, he's probably doing it off of very little practice, which is all that more impressive for the 5-1 score.
I mean,
let's check out
judging by how Team Liquid's doing recently, maybe he's not a lot of practice. I don't know.
Okay.
So Teldo has a pretty scary red-green deck, sort of a similar playstyle to kind of what we were watching last series in that mirror. Four-Stater Duelists and Mist of Avernus, which we saw very high success with, as well as Steam Cannon, very powerful late drop that just puts out a ton of pressure.
Man, everyone's rocking these triple color decks. Yep. I don't know, dude.
Dude, I'm a believer in the triple color.
Well, right now we could prove it. Is triple color going to reign supreme over the standard two color? We'll see.
I mean, this is a very, very powerful draft that Enamel has. 2 Thunderhides pack. He's got the Zeus, which we saw do excellently. Got the Luna. Mist of Avernus. This is a great duo deck.
All right, let's hop into the lanes here. Pretty good look when your Bristleback gets to hit the tower.
Yep. Tinker is a very, very powerful black hero.
Yeah, he's a pretty new hero. What does he do?
So Tinker has the laser active, 3-turn cooldown. You get to deal 3 damage to a unit and disarm. Sort of like Sniper's Headshot a little bit, but with a disarm.
Yeah.
And his signature is March of the Machines. Very, very powerful kind of lane clear. For 3 turns, it will deal 2 damage to each unit.
Yeah, I think that's what makes Tinker one of the best hero in Gauntlet Draft. You're having access of AoE into a color that normally doesn't have AoE. So I feel like when you have Tinker in your deck, it really just predicates on the fact that whether you're drawing his signature card or not. So unfortunately for Teldo, he's unable to draw or cast a card. And that's a rough look.
Yeah, it does look like Teldo, despite having a red-green deck, it's a very different build than what we were seeing before. It's a lot faster. He's trying to end the game early with stuff like Red Mist Pillager.
Oh, what is that swap? Swapping the Bristleback to give up 8 damage to kill a creep?
Yeah,
oh, no, sorry. That's Kuro swapping. I was like,
Kana.
yeah, okay. Obviously, there's no blue on Teldo's side. He's playing every color except the blue.
So you can swap enemy units as
well?
Yes, with Cunning Plan.
Cunning Plan just says swap a unit. And that also applies similar to things like Compel. Yep. Compel, a card that we see in Kuro's hand right now, is that...
You're going to see him save it.
Yeah.
This is why. He does not like what's happening here. So we have the Assassin's Veil, a neat little item that allows you to choose a combat target for anything you equip with it.
Yeah.
But of course you can't go around a blocker, so he can't attach it to Bristle and then try to hit the tower because there's still a creep in the way there.
All right, we are going to see... Well, technically the Zeus is not dying at all.
Yep.
So he doesn't even need a Compel.
We might wait to see what Teldo does first. No option for a Red Mist Pillager here since it will just go into 5-round. This is a very scary unit that you want to be able to hit tower with, but it will redouble itself every single turn.
Okay, looks like Farven's going to come down. So technically, Teldo could actually deploy the Red Mist right into that 06. Now, the Red Mist Pillager won't multiply because you need to hit the tower to multiply. But it'll stay alive. But looks like he's going to elect to not cast it. And has this Luna been alive the whole time? Let's check those Eclipse charges.
Yep, 4
yep,
charges.
She's been alive the whole game.
So that means at 6, it's going to be 5.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a very good position Enamel finds themselves in.
Okay, so we're going to see the Assassin's Veil pointing Farven into the Luna, but Compel.
And then the Compel just redirecting it back to the tower.
Yeah. So Eclipse gains charges at the beginning of every round?
At the beginning of every round when Luna is in the lane.
Yes, that's their Loosened Beam ability. It deals 1 damage and charges up the Eclipses.
Yeah. So for example, if Kuro wants to cast Eclipse in the first lane right now, it will only be a 4-charge Eclipse. But if we wait, to go down to the final part of the turn, once Loosened Beam hits again, it will be 5 charges.
Yep. We see Kana. Kana has a very unique passive. Whenever she's in a lane, the melee creeps that normally spawn randomly will always be in that lane. So normally this would be a good lane for an Enamel to sacrifice. You've got, you block out black, green, and red, and strand 3 heroes in a lane. But Kana kind of prevents him from doing that because you're always just going to be pulling your melee creeps as long as this is live.
Man, Kuro's deck looks sick in the late game.
Yes.
Because there's so many AoE options, and Kana is also one of the really nice thing about her is that she's really tanky. 2 and 12. The biggest blue hero. And her included card is also extremely good. I think we might see a Thunderstorm is going to come out, yeah.
There it is.
Kills the black hero, soften up the green one.
And that's a really important kill on Tinker. This Steam Cannon is probably the strongest card in Teldo's hand. Huge power card. Gives you a free pick off every turn.
Yep.
And this singleton black hero is out of the game until mana turn 8 now.
Yep. Eclipse now should be able to come down here for Kuro and just going to blow up this board.
Yep. Yeah, Kuro has a scary deck.
Look, this guy, you know, winning TIs out there. Winning artifact games in here. I do believe Luna's going to bite the dust here, though.
Another Eclipse, but yeah, it's probably not going to be enough.
I think it's almost a waste of your resource to cast Eclipse, but you can let off a Prey on the Weak if you want, although that's also kind of eh.
It's probably at this point best to just let it die. It's not really accomplishing too much here, but at the same time, your other two lanes are looking well. At this point, Teldo's win condition is basically just overtaking left lane with power.
Which is pretty hard when you are getting 2 creeps into that lane every turn with Kana's ability.
And this second Eclipse is here. So Hyped is joining us. Hyped, what do you take a look at Kuro's deck over here? Look at this beauty.
Nope, I'm not hearing him.
Yeah, Hyped is muted. Apparently.
Muted at the moment. We'll get Hyped by in.
So, you there? Nope. All right. So Prey in the Weak, does that affect every unit across the board every time a unit is damaged?
Yes, so Prey on the Weak is Kana's signature. This is very unique. Basically, every unit that is damaged, with basically represented by having a red number on their health, below maximum health.
In the whole game?
No, on that lane specifically will trigger a dog. So if Kuro casts it here, it will summon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2/1 dogs. Yeah. Which is very powerful for a 4-mana spell, but Eclipse might win out over it. We also got Thunder God's Wrath.
The 2/1 hounds generally end up dying in combat because they are just 2/1. But the one thing that it really does very well is it just makes the board, all of a sudden, you have to like scroll left and right to actually see the board because the board just gets so wide. And for a deck like a red deck, they really lack the tools to kind of combat a super wide board.
Yeah, exactly. So this Bristle will just find himself just punching a 2/1 dog, which is not what he wants at all.
Yep. So Kuro went from taking 10 damage to taking 0, and instead, he's dealing 10, all of a sudden pressuring. You know, he could actually also play the Blessing and just buffs up all the dog if he wants.
All right, I should be here now.
Oh, hey, Hypes.
All right, let me see that deck again.
Yeah, no, this is truly disgusting. This is a great deck.
All right, we got Prey on the Weak, Thunderstorm.
We got everything.
We got everything.
We got everything. There's no filler here. He's not messing around. Oh, well, Relentless Zombie is maybe minor filler.
Zombie's great, I think.
Yeah, Zombie's not bad.
Especially when you have a Kana deck that forces your creeps to go in a certain lane. You kind of need some defense on the other lanes.
The Death Shield
with the with the Eclipse, the friendly fire, and the Thunderstorm, it sort of sets the minions up for, or the heroes up for getting AoE down later. Because it does like a sneaky 4 damage.
Oh, and he's even got Unearthed Secrets, a rare card that allows you to just get a ton of draw power.
Man, Kuro's got some power rares. Looks like we are going to see that Blessing. The Red Mist Pillager came down here essentially just to block and eat a dog.
Ooh, that's always it feels bad.
Yeah, when you have to use Red Mist Pillager defensively, you know you're in a bad position.
Yeah. Why didn't it die?
Well, he did get the 1 armor off of a Prowler Vanguard.
Yeah, Prowler Vanguard Teldo had next to it with its passive.
Teldo's deck actually looks pretty good, but all that stuff's kind of clogged in his hand because he only has the 1 black hero, it looks like.
Yep. Yes, it's a little clunky. But he will be able to put down the Steam Cannon. This is a real powerhouse card. It might be a little too slow for this game because Kuro just needs to deal a little bit of extra damage to this mid tower, and that's it.
Yeah, he's got more than a little here. 14-14 comes down. This is going to be the easy lane that Teldo's going to end up winning, but how are you going to defend that first lane, man? That's tough.
It's hard. I mean, the mist doesn't even help
down too,
that much. If you're Teldo, you have to triple deploy left, quad deploy left.
There you go.
But is quad deploy enough? This Eclipse is going to have 6 charges. Luna is going to deploy left as well.
Yeah, I mean, 6 charged Eclipse is okay, but when you have 4 heroes coming in, it's always very dangerous, though, when you put all 4 of your hero in the lane because you have 8 mana. That's it. And you have about 5 cards in hand that you want to cast. So Let's see if he's going to put all 4 or
He's
he's
got
going
to go for it. This is the only lane that matters.
I
The
could see him
Siege-
putting the Tinker somewhere else so he could spend the mana.
Yeah.
last
That's
lane.
true. I mean, the Tinker with the laser ability actually prevents the Siege 6 from potentially making this tower
Oh, that lane's
completely
dead, dude.
inevitable. But yeah,
That lane's dead. It's a 4. That's
well,
not.
most importantly, if you're Teldo, you still have to take another lane.
Yeah.
And the fact that Kuro's left tower is at 22 compared to his mid tower means by playing left, Teldo can play both offense and defense.
So I think he needs to. Well, actually, it's going to be initiative on Kuro.
Oh,
so
Arm the Rebellion.
Tinker just could straight up die here before being able to cast anything.
Yep.
How do you pass up this Arm the Rebellion, though?
The Eclipse. Arm the Rebellion on 7 creeps.
With
Plus, you
the,
can chain that
Ramusk
with
follow-up?
Ramusk. That might
That's
just be
sick.
too
That's
good.
juicy, actually.
Very juicy. And Eclipse only gets better the longer you wait on it. Luna's going to stay alive with the Ramusk Blessing. That's hard to pass up. You can Ramusk from mid as well. if you
So
want
does
to.
Arm the Rebellion affect all of his units?
It's allied creeps only, so it won't be buffing the heroes, but he's got enough creeps off of these melee creeps and the dogs that it pairs really well with the Kana, because she not only pulls melee creeps to this row for it, but her signature summons the dogs, which also get buffed.
See, Teldo has that Steam Cannon. It's a fantastic card, but if you compare it to the Sniper's Assassinate, it's just a slower version of Assassinate. After you use it 3 times, it's technically better, but he's not going to have that much time to use it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a card you kind of want to cheat out early if you can, or play in a game that's going slower, but Kuro is seeking to end this game very fast.
That is an interesting comparison between Steam Cannon and Assassinate. Never really thought of it like that. I guess the one nice benefit about Steam Cannon is you don't need a hero alive to use it. Because once you
Yeah.
cast it, it'll just go every turn.
Okay. So if you're Kuro, I think you actually start passing. Oh, really? Ramusk now.
Yeah.
I think what I would have liked to see is he could start passing until both the Steam Cannon and the laser are used. Because you know Teldo's not going to pass without using those, and then he could Ramusk, keeping his Luna out of range.
Well-
now that Teldo saw that, he will deal 2 damage to the Luna.
He has Fountain Flask, so
That's true.
technically could keep his kind of more important heroes alive.
Yeah, and the Cannon's actually pretty important. You could argue it's maybe more important to stay alive than the Luna here.
We're going to have to see what Teldo does here.
Okay, Kana's going to get shot. And that Fountain Flask, 18 health.
Laser threatens Luna. If he wants to do that, he does have the disarm on laser. He could find
He might-
more value.
Yeah, he
from
might feel like he needs to stop more damage coming through to the tower.
So why is Kana's health so big? It's usually 12, right?
Yeah, she's 2 and 12, but I believe she received 2
Two
Ramusk
Ramusk
Blessing, which
blessings.
is plus 3 health permanently.
Yeah, this Kana is not going down.
Yeah.
It's a hard decision with this laser. You've also got new orders, which can potentially redirect one of your attacks in a different direction.
Do you know if this is game 1 or game 2?
I do not.
Okay. All right,
This
game
is
2.
Game 2, and I'm just going to go out on a limb here and assume Kuro won game 1.
Well,
Yes.
okay,
that-
yes, he did. Thank you.
This is a really good. This might
Yeah.
be the best deck I've seen. all
Kuro might
tournament.
make top 8.
Heights, do you think Kuro's deck is the best deck you've
It's
seen all
missing an
tournament?
Ogre.
It's not the
Ogre
best deck we've
Kana
seen.
is
Are you sure?
nuts
This is a good deck.
Yeah.
because of the Ignite synergy.
Yes, of course. Ignite, being able to damage units and set up the prey on the weak to just feed off of damaged units is amazing. So this Luna is going down, but all Kuro needs to do is deal 8 more damage to this left tower. And he's got a lot of turns to do it, because Teldo still needs to deal 22 to this, and he's not really getting through this at all.
Yeah.
Eclipse and Thunder Gods are still just too good.
So with Teldo having 5 heroes here, can he do anything in the other lanes?
He
I
cannot play a
I don't
single
think
card.
so. He won't be able to play cards from his hand unless they're kind of consumable items.
Yes. You could like sell a creep basically,
yeah.
but that's gonna be it.
You could also, if there's any improvements already play in those lanes, you could use those, but it doesn't look like Teldo has anything of that nature either.
That was the full 20 damage Thunder Gods.
Yeah, 20 damage Thunder Gods. You love to see that.
I am surprised that the Traveler's Cloak didn't get placed on the Tinker. Now the Tinker's dead, and that solo black hero again is stranded.
Very
And
true.
that Marching Machine would have gone a long way and kind of softened up this push, but
And now Kuro is just staring down 32 damage on this 8 tower. This
Yep.
is a very good position to be in if you're him. All you need to do is stop this Bristle from punching you too hard, and you're good.
yeah, he has an endless supply of creeps thanks to Kana's ability again, which just pulls creeps into the lane, always.
Yep.
Oftentimes it's kind of a disadvantage almost because you don't have creeps in the other lanes, but in this scenario, oh my god,
Ooh.
is that another prey on the
another
week?
prey on the week. That's a lot of dogs.
Yeah. So how many would he make right now if he use it? So
5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dogs.
So
with
that's
this
16
4-mana
damage?
spell. Yes.
It's ridiculous.
That is
goes straight to the building.
a very, very powerful card. But even without that,
Oh, he drew Intimidation. That's like his only out. I think he's still dead, though. But he has to intimidate the blue hero for sure.
yeah, intimidate the blue hero, block both Prey on the Weak and Eclipse, and then somehow block the other 30
Did he
points of
find a
damage.
Seraphim shield or something?
No Seraphim
No,
shield or
okay.
anything. So it looks like this is going to be it for Teldo. I mean, if Teldo loses this tower right here, he is eliminated from day 2.
Well, he will be 5 and 2, and he might be able to tiebreak his way in.
I think it was confirmed that the 5 and 2s are out at this point.
Oh, only
yeah.
6 and 1.
yeah.
Man,
It's
this is a
unfortunate.
brutal tournament, dude.
Speaking as a
Very,
5 and
very
2.
brutal. It's a bloodbath.
Yeah.
So that's it. It looks like Kuro, if that is indeed Kuro,
Yeah.
is making his way to day 2
Well.
of the tournament.
Hype, aren't you in the middle of a series against Life Coach?
Yeah, he's taking forever.
Oh, okay.
Or between turns.
He's roping him in real
Yeah.
life.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
make sure
I
that
mean,
you're not missing your match. and
Hey, that
everything.
was fast. That was a very fast 2-0. We can jump into another 5-1 and see who else is making day 2 here.
Yo, check out your boy Mogwai. in
Mogwai,
Z5 win?
yeah, here we go. Mogwai is right now in a game against KG. This is the first set.
Yo,
let's-
it's some
let's
guy
hop
with the
right in.
Chinese names.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
like.
I know that guy. He's good.
Yeah. Is he good?
Oh,
Google translates to Chamberlain
Chamberlain.
or Chamberlain or something like
we'll
that.
call
Okay.
him Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're jumping into this game here. Mogwai is...
Oh shoot,
Ooh.
that guy's my cousin. We have the same surname. That's literally my surname. All right, I'm gonna cheer for him now.
Wow.
Non-biased casting, guys.
Okay, so let's take a look at what's happening in this game. Mogwai has a... Well, they both have... Whoa! That's a rainbow deck.
Is that 4 heroes?
4 colors in one deck.
All right, we've done it. There is a guy that's playing for top 8 with all 4 colors.
This
He's
guy's 5 and 1.
5 and 1 with 4 colors. But look at this color quality. That's the thing. The more colors you have, the higher your card quality. He's got Time of Triumph. He's got Thunderhide Pack. He's got... Actually, the rest of his cards aren't really...
Look, I'm moving to China now because they are on a new meta. Like,
Dude.
they're playing some next level stuff.
If this guy... He could make day 2 with this 4-color deck.
I hope he wins the whole tournament. Forget about making day 2, dude.
I believe at this point Mogwai is up 1-0, if I'm correct about that.
Okay.
So why did Mogwai just get to cast 2 things?
So the first card he cast was Chain Frost, which
Yes.
was that bouncy blue ball of death that we saw. And then after that, Chain Frost gives you initiative back. So then he was able to cast the Steam Can or the Keenfolk turret as well.
Yeah, Chain Frost being Lich's signature is a very, very powerful card just because of that very effective late game AoE that also gives you initiative. Okay, so in terms of win conditions here, Mogwai's already taken mid, and Chamberlain has already taken right. So the only thing that needs to happen here is both players are struggling for this left lane. This is a beefy Necrofest. 2 Heartstopper Auras and 3 items.
Yeah, 2 Heartstopper Auras is probably one of the best heroes in the game if you can assemble that. And that means any creep that spawns in front of Necrofalls is going to immediately take 4 damage from those 2 Heartstopper Auras, and it just straight up dies.
As well as grow his health.
Yeah.
And then once you get the Stone Hall plate on him, he's insane. He's like one of the best tanks
That's
there
a
is.
very good Town Portal scroll. Very powerful. I mean, if Chamberlain tries to play something like an Assassin's Shadow, which presumably he won't because he will be playing around the Chen, that is just very punishable.
Just
Looks
look
like-
at this hand.
This is a
I feel like
crazy
he's just
hand.
memeing, but he's got really sick cards. Like
He's
you
got
said.
powerful cards.
It kind of shows that maybe he was like kind of locked out of playing those cards because he has so many good cards in his hand.
Yeah, and he can't play any of them.
Yeah, and it's turn 9 now. But if you live to turn 9,
Quad deploy left.
it's gonna hurt.
This is just the lane that matters. And Chamberlain has the initiative. This will matter. Mystic Flare is a pretty neat card. This is Skywrath's signature card. Basically, if you cast it on something with 2 adjacent units, it deals 4 to all 3. If you cast it on something on the edge, like for example this Ogre, it'll deal 6 to it and 6 to this creep.
Yeah, it works really well with the active on Skywrath Mage.
So Mystic
Unfortunately,
Flare
if he goes
kills
for
this
the
Lich
active,
right away.
If he goes for the active, it gives Mogwai time to hand a god if he
Yeah.
wants to do that. But honestly, I don't even think that's a winning play from Mogwai.
I think he could just kill the Lich right now,
Yeah.
right? If you cast it on
That
the
as
Lich,
well, yeah.
I'd love to see this Mystic
you'll
Flare.
deal 6 to the Lich and then 6 to the Chen.
And you can even curve it out with Disciple of Nevermore after this Keenfolk turret has been played. You got to watch out for that.
Oh, actually, he has the red hero coming next turn to Time of Triumph, so I think he can just play full defensive here. And
the
these
rainbow
guarantees the
deck
finish.
coming in. He's got all 4 colors.
Oh my god.
Hyped, in your professional opinion, how often do you go for 4 colors?
Very rarely. I will say it's very scary to play against someone with the rainbow deck because you see all these crazy power cards, but the inconsistency just holds it back, and you usually just win.
Oh no, he
but-
disconnected.
Oh, what? Oh, no.
All right,
his only-
Mogwai, give the friendly pause.
Oh.
There is an unspoken rule in beta. You have to
Is
pause
the
here.
pause enabled right now? I don't know if the pause is in the
It's
game
like
right
they
now.
changed the hotkey.
They took out the pause.
No, they changed the hotkey. I
They
think.
changed the hotkey. Dude, go into your hotkey and reset it back to F9.
Someone
Hit the pause.
message Mogwai what it is. This is. Oh, no.
If the rainbow deck is denied of the win,
Oh no.
Mogwai, don't do this.
Oh. Oh, no. God, this would actually.
Oh, this is
would
a
be
feels
just
bad.
the worst.
This feels bad.
And he's
Dude,
got.
Mogwai ain't paused.
He's still got like 30 seconds left to reconnect before it passes back.
Yeah, wait, in the tournament mode, do you actually lose after that time, or does it still just...
No, you just lose.
It will
Oh,
lose,
no.
but when this bar fills around the pass button, he will pass and lose his turn here. Mogwai will get another play.
Hold on, real fast. Is it possible for my cousin to win off the strength of Necrophos on his own?
It is possible.
It is
It is
possible.
possible.
So,
Unfortunately, not in a minute, though.
He's got to reconnect.
dude, I believe in my cousin here. So can you hover over the double Heartstop aura? Because this is the
Yes.
time to talk about this.
Yeah.
Deal 2 piercing damage for each of them. So now he's dealing 4. So next turn when it begins, Ogre just dies.
Yes.
So you know what?
He's got 30 seconds. That's all he has.
Oh no, the China internet connection. Bring it back, please.
I would hate to see this rainbow deck be eliminated
Oh my
from day
God.
2, Swiss.
Not like this.
Off of the back of a DC.
So Mogwai could cast Dimensional Portal and block the 8 damage, which is very relevant right now.
Very, very relevant. 15 seconds.
Oh no, he just straight up lose because. Wait, why is his timer going down right now, even though it's Mogwai's turn?
Because it's
I
still,
think that's
it's
just
still
the
It's a
5
disconnect
minutes,
time.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
I
a
see.
chess time.
Well, I
What
personally
happened?
am
What happens now?
thoroughly disappointed.
Oh my God.
I got.
game
Oh
is-
my God.
I was really looking forward to that one.
We just witnessed something.
Was there another game?
There-
Is that game 2 already, or?
No, I think Mogwai was up. Yeah, Mogwai takes the 2-0. Mogwai is in day 2 off of that. Man, there's
That's
truly no
unfortunate.
justice in this world. There truly
There really
not.
is. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Mogwai because obviously he won the first game and
Yeah.
he played well. But I just want to see this 4-color
I needed
deck.
to see that play out.
Oh my
Well, either way,
goodness.
we can get into a different game here. Let's see who else is competing for the day 2 slot.
Don't worry, Chamberlain fans, you will see more of him.
We do
because
see F2K's
he's a pretty good
Theude
player.
against Space Loner. We'll jump into that if we want. That's the last 5-1 series remaining, I believe.
When are you guys are actually going to play? Live
What's that?
Coach versus Hype.
Yeah, we played.
You already played.
Yeah, we did actually play.
Oh, okay.
We just
Well,
skipped over
this
the
is
game.
the last 5-1.
Okay.
Whoever wins between these two is going to day 2. Theude is a big F2K guy. You guys know Theude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Theude.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, it's not actually tree buckets either, Hyped.
What?
I
You're
hate to break it to you. Okay, so let's take a look at what's happening here. Very top heavy already.
Hands
Looks like
looking good.
pretty similar to the last game we just saw, right? Where one player took the mid tower, the other player took the last towers, and we're just fighting over here.
Okay, so you just got into a game. You're trying to figure out what's going on, who's winning,
Yeah.
where do I look?
Yeah, so I'm looking at the top left corner right now where there are the
It's
3
a-
towers being shown, right? So on the middle lane, there is a tower with 40 HP, a tower with 80, so that means one player has already taken
Yes.
the first layer of tower. And very similarly on the last lane, that's the same thing we're
I'm
watching.
willing to die for
So
what
that
I
means
believe.
both players, in order to win, they are fighting on this first lane, the active lane that we're watching right now.
And Space Loner only needs to deal 13 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Whereas-
arrow actually hurts really bad because he wanted to shift the Satyr to do 8, and then the Match of the Machines actually locks it up over a few turns.
And of course, the arrow, when you swap this, the arrow will remain. You can see this curving into the PA nonetheless.
It does save the Satyr, which
Yes.
will grow to 10 attack.
It's good.
Because Satyr's passive ability is that every time it survives the combat, it will get a +2 more attack. So
Yeah, plus the mist is in play too, so it'll get even bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, the March of the Machines actually it has a built-in tree buckets effect, so it's really good for these final pushes.
If you can say tree buckets, I can say Theude.
All right. The
Just
thing
don't
I don't
know.
like, Space
Pushing
Loner's
extra.
heroes are just not, besides the Tinker, they just don't actually do anything. So Theude, so there's not much Theude has to play around. He just has to kind of make the best plays. Can we get an F2 to see if there's anything actually scary in Space
Let's
Lunar?
check out these decks. I mean, at this point, it's going to be pretty hard for Theude to come back from this. I mean, these creeps are going to be threatening just a little bit of damage. And the fact that Space Lunar only needs to push 9 damage to win this game is going to make it really hard for Theude.
Why did you just draw a card?
So that is the Unearthed Secrets, the improvements that Space Loner put here. We saw it in Kuro's deck as well. One of the most powerful draw cards in the entire game. Great incentivizer to sacrifice a lane.
Yep.
Most of the time you play that card and you just leave the lane. You let the opponent have it.
We saw the March of the Machine being cast from this lane onto the first lane. We'll watch the effect happens during the next turn.
Could actually cast the Grazing Shot as well.
And the Disciple actually threatens the potential Ancient kill here, even as soon as on a clock of 2.
Well, unfortunately, the Disciple is going to die, though.
Yes.
So
it turns this into kind of like a 3 clock. Basically, even if Theude can like stabilize this, if he can't push it through, although looks like he can.
I mean, there's a lot of damage.
Yeah, the right lane will have some kind of inevitability here.
Do you Dunder high pack here? Or are you going to save it as a blocker for the next lane?
Yeah, I don't think it does anything here.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Well, it
really
doesn't do
enough.
anything now, but you could Darkseer to surge it over the turn following. So
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's I didn't see that. Very good play.
So
Plus you get some gold in the meantime.
Yeah, you kill the Tinker too.
Maybe he has another March in his deck and he could draw it, so you shut down him being able to play that next turn as well. Pretty good.
Okay, so 40 health, not a lot when you're being punched by a 12-1-9 Wolf. That thing is huge.
So it is all about this left lane.
Yeah.
At the same time, it looks like Space Loner is completely locked out of these black cards in his hand here with the Tinker being dead. So he's going to have to try to defend himself with just the red and the green. And right now he only has 1 unit there, Prowler Vanguard, to block.
Hey, hype.
Presumably this.
Yes.
And Swim. I think when you play 3 colors and that last color hero dies, you know, it's hard to cast those black cards right now. It's going to put that one out there.
I mean, he got the March of the Machines down. That's
That's
all
true.
that matters.
Lumi's still not convinced about 3 colors.
Yeah. Right now,
But you believe in 4.
I believe in 4. Look.
4 is greater than 3.
Yeah,
confirmed.
you don't go halfway when you're splashing. You
Yeah.
either go 4
All
or
or
you go
nothing.
2, you know?
So this Hellbear Crippler is a great draw. Between it and the Prowler Vanguard, he will be able to effectively just block out this 12 damage and this 7 if he wants to.
Can the top player survive?
It's going to be really hard. Like, you've got Ku, but that doesn't really do that much here. You're going to have to chump block with
Yeah,
some
he can
things you
cast
don't really
Satyr
have.
and the Legionnaire, or the Legion Standard Bearer, rather.
It does not prevent this damage. It looks like this is over in favor of Space Loner.
Oh, it feels bad.
Can he force a tie ever if he coos the Sven?
He's going to need to push 15 extra damage, cooing the Sven for 8.
Wait, he's actually 2 off with the Red Mist Maul.
Red Mist Maul, yeah.
So he's got 13 in hand. But that's assuming
that's all he
Space
has,
Loner
though.
plays
Not enough.
nothing, right?
Yeah.
And Space
Yeah.
Loner's got cards.
It looks like Space Loner will be taking this.
If he blocks with a creep, can he get an arrow to have something else attack the creep too?
No, so when you play a creep in front of a unit, it just blocks the unit in front.
So arrows are generated, at the beginning of the turn, and that's it.
Well, it also generate when your board
Oh,
is
that's right,
wider
when you-
than their
yeah.
board. But when their board is wider than yours in this scenario, you're not generating any arrow. That's actually a pretty good question.
So, unless there's something I'm missing, this looks pretty decided. This is a 1-0 matchup. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was Space Loner that already had the first point here. Otherwise, it will go to Game 3.
A lot of 2-0s.
Yeah. We didn't see
Look at
the-
that imp, man. That's how he feels right now. Dead on board. Got no way to actually survive.
Yeah, and Theude's just making sure he's not missing anything, but he just doesn't have enough damage here. 10 short. Space Loner's just going to keep passing. No reason for him to play anything here.
Yep.
And that's going to be it. Tower goes down.
Can we go to the bracket? I
Yeah,
want to see where
I
we
would love
are.
to pull up
Check
this
out the
bracket.
top 8. Who's in the top 8?
Because if this was the last game, we should actually have the top 8 confirmed. So it looks like that was, in fact, 8. That was it. Space Loner is making it to top 8. So our players are Yoel Larson, 7-0.
Oh, no.
The legend.
I'm saying oh, no, because there is a curse
Yes.
that if you go 7-0 in the Swiss, you are going to lose the first round. I think that has happened every single tournament so far. So even though Yoel Larson went 7-0, I'm not feeling too good for my boy. I would much love to see him going 6-1, personally.
Yep.
Who's our second place? Feno?
Fino, Dane, who we saw earlier.
Yep.
And we've got Game King, also locked into top 8, and Amel or Kuro.
Kuro.
Space Loner, who we just saw the final game of. Mogwai.
All right.
And
Should have been
Ninen.
my cousin there instead of Mogwai. I'm just saying.
Don't jinx me, man.
All right.
What is this, bro? Come on, Lumi.
Look, the last tournament I won 7-0, and then I lost first round. The tournament before that, wife coach went 7-0. She lost first round as well. So
Yeah, that's a.
It
It all
happens.
makes sense.
it all makes sense. It happens.
I'm not gonna jinx it.
History
I'm
will
gonna
repeat
try my
itself.
best tomorrow,
Yeah.
and we'll see. We'll see if I can break the curse or not.
Wait, so how
Do you
did
believe it?
I believe it.
Yeah,
how
nice.
did neither hype or life coach make it?
Because there's a tie. I don't know exactly. Swift.
You guys tied.
Yeah.
No, someone else tied, which means no 5s.
Yeah, no
make it,
no
something
5-2s
like that.
made it in.
Oh,
So
no,
the
that's-
the life coach hyped game
Yeah.
is
It would have been intense.
Yeah, I think Savage is also gonna 5-2. It looks really good.
a lot
for
of
him, so
5-2s.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It's a harsh tournament. You lose more than one game in the entire 7-rounder, and you are out of day 2.
Yep.
Is this just me, or this tournament felt much harder than all the other ones?
Well, I'm
So far.
biased.
All right, so
Clearly.
apart from you,
Yo,
apart from you.
7-0 today.
Yeah.
It didn't feel too hard for me.
Okay.
What are you saying? Just like the competition in general?
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, it's more like
Yeah.
it feels like you need a higher score to make top 8.
Oh,
Because
because
there
of
were
the
like
tie,
2 to
yeah.
3 5-2s that could
That's
make it
true.
normally.
Sure,
so-
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the actual players were better today. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's
About the same.
About the same.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
we can check out the rest of these matches here.
let's
Looks
watch
like there's-
Sifka play.
Yeah, we haven't actually seen Sifka yet
No.
today, huh?
Yeah.
He's playing against a friend, Flock or Ivan Flock from Magic the
Yeah.
Gathering. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. It's quite a matchup. Two very good players. Ivan was playing the Pro Tour also.
Oh, he's
Earlier?
playing in the Pro Tour.
He was.
And
I think
okay.
he went 3-5 and then
He dropped.
he dropped and joined here
I see.
instead. Yeah.
That's usually good because Hoy won the last one after dropping from a Hearthstone tournament. He played at his hotel.
Oh, I see.
He actually, yeah.
Nice. It's nice. Yeah, I think I actually did well in
Whoa,
after
that's
dropping
that's a
after my
mid-lane.
first, like a GP.
Oh, this
This is the
is-
first artifact tournament ever. Then I did
So-
well after dropping too.
We're encountering a
get you
very
warmed
interesting
up.
game. The
Yeah.
intimidation has to come
Yeah.
down on this pack to save this tower. This tower will actually live. Wait. This is actually a really intense moment.
Yep. Right now, Sherflock saving, staying alive on 1 HP.
He just needs 2 extra
this-
damage. He needs 2 damage on this tower.
I'm not liking his hand, but he could get there.
Yeah.
The cunning plan actually could be huge.
We we find ourselves in the middle of just like a really intense
Yeah.
turn.
Is it
I mean-
1-1 right now?
I believe
I think
Stan is
it's-
up 1-0 if I'm remembering.
No, he's
correctly.
down 1-0.
Down 1-0. Okay.
Okay.
So this
the
is his
duel
fight
is
for it.
gonna be big too.
Yeah.
What if the advantage hits the Legion commander coming down there, so he can't duel?
That's big.
That's big.
Big.
this lane represents the
I'm
2
calling
turn
it.
clock.
I'm calling
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Or I'm calling it.
Yep.
I'm calling
So
it.
keep in mind, home field advantage, this improvements, will disarm 1 random unit, and
Yeah.
a disarm means not only do you not do combat, you also can't attack even with a card that forces you to, like duel.
Yeah, maybe that should be specified. That's probably smart.
Yeah, when you're disarmed, Berserker Call, duel, some of the best red removal is not possible.
That
Well,
is-
actually, she has no attack anyways.
Yeah.
Zero
What
attack.
happened here?
Well,
Zero
Viper
attack.
Viper, dude.
Oh my
Corrosive skin.
God.
Times 6.
Wow, that's great.
Because the retaliate makes her trigger twice against Viper.
Wait, wait.
0-20.
I was asking if she could duel anything. If that has 1 armor only and 1 HP, right? No, she can't do
Nice
anything.
duels there.
So Viper is an amazing counter against Legion because corrosive skin triggers twice against her retaliate passive.
Oh my god.
no
Well,
big deal. Let's just remove that 16-1 damage.
Okay.
you could put a sword on her, and
Yeah,
then she
you
could duel
could.
for 2. You know?
I think this
that's
is
true.
it, right?
I mean, if you're Stan, you need to be able to slay something to go for a tie. That's your win condition, right? But if you're Sherflock, you have the Revtel Convoy. You've got the Bronze
Yeah.
Legionnaire to just block, and
Yep.
that is just going to be it. There's no way Stan can punch through.
Well,
People can always mess up.
having a 0 attack.
Don't forget.
Yeah, we
Legion
saw
sucks.
DC win not too long ago.
True. True.
So the only way that StanCifka could win right now is Sherflock DCs.
Yeah, we saw it once before. Could happen again.
It's true.
I mean, Stan's just hoping Sherflock doesn't have the creeps to block this out.
This is so painful.
Actually, very almost lost to the double Necrophos deck that was on camera earlier.
Yes.
But he timed out.
The
In game 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He had a Necrophos on 20
not from
something.
DC, just from clock time.
Yeah, clock
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Actual
He had a
clock time.
20 plus something health Necrophos with double Hardstopper aura and like blink. And I was like, yeah, this is not great. Yeah, so that can happen too. I mean, this game can get real intricate, especially if you have a lot of things to cast every turn. Like if you kind of go off or whatever. The clock is a real thing in Artifact.
Does those 2 duels do anything?
Nope. He
With
can't
2
even duel the
attack.
Viper to go back to 0 because he can't deal damage against this armor, so he can't reduce his attack here.
Yeah, it literally doesn't do anything.
He's gonna kill his own hero.
He's gonna go out on his own terms, it seems like. Now that
Actually
he's
did no
on camera,
damage. Yeah.
might as well.
Yeah, it
That
looks like
is-
that's it.
A sad Legion.
I have a feeling that Legion will die. I knew it.
Alright.
I knew it.
There it is.
Going out on your own
He could have
terms.
tracked his own Legion.
That's
I would've
true.
That's
preferred
true.
that.
That's
That's
true.
true.
I
Give him
think
10
that's a
extra gold.
misplay. I
Yeah.
do agree with you.
We
Yeah.
could give him
Had
a
3 extra
C
mana
on
left.
the BM,
Yep.
or whatever you want to call that.
Cutting it as close as can be on 1 health. Not
So
bad.
if
Congrats, Ivan Flock.
Yep, it looks like Ivan is winning that series. If Stan was down 1.
Does that put him at X1?
Oh, we got
6-1.
And we've
one
got
more.
one final match remaining: VinKelsier versus Tango.
Yeah, we are 1-1 right now.
Yep.
We're hopping right in.
Still in the early
And-
stages of the game.
I believe I played VinKelsier earlier in the tournament.
Yes,
actually.
yes, you did.
I remember VinKelsier slaying his own creep to
Yeah.
dodge a
That was nice.
play the deck.
That was a great
clear the
play.
deck. That was
a
a
good
sick
play.
play.
Yeah.
So
For
let's
sure.
let's check out what we're working with here. We got Tango on the cheating death. Presumably that's about to slam down now. It goes for the ignite instead.
Okay.
Oh, I've had a lot of ignites being cast today. A lot of them.
It happens when you have 2 ogre.
And 1 in the first draft. Yeah. Ignites is very good in draft. For those
Check
that don't
out
know.
what we're working with a little bit. See the blue-green duo.
Oh,
inside of
that's
Tango.
that's ambitious against Abaddon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could actually just purge that, but it's probably
Huh.
never going to die anyways.
He's actually gonna
Yeah.
cheating death in this lane.
Yeah, a bit of a unique thing with Aphotic Shield is you can purge, which, as it works in Dota, removes opponent debuffs, which will include the track here.
The ideal purges are going to be those, the more expensive thing the better, right? So something like a Necro aura you can purge,
Yes.
Yeah.
or Omni Knight heal thing.
You can basically purge any modifier, negative or positive.
Yeah.
That your opponent has casted.
If this guy hit the double Necro deck, oh, that would have been a good matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, it's also playing against Bristleback. It's not too bad. He's also playing against Viven, which disarms.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good purge targets.
So VinKelsier's got a really powerful left lane against this 12-point tower. Tango's got the same thing going on mid, but VinKelsier has a lot more pressure on the right lane.
Well, he does have that cheating death, so he could just essentially deploy creeps in that lane and just block.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what he's going to have to do at this point. Tango needs to try to keep this lane alive.
It's a good chance there's gonna come down to a 50-50 too with like a coup de grace and game might just instantly be over. Or not. Or very much the other way around. It's kind of a all or nothing play if he wants to go for coup in the last lane. It's kind of interesting.
Okay, Aphotic Shield. This will keep the Prelix a little heavier.
Gives it +2 armor as well, and 2 retaliate.
So VinKelsier's got a few plays here. We saw the forward charge earlier. This is not a necessarily normal card, but in this situation, the ability to deal 10 damage off of this total 10 siege.
Well,
Sleep
no,
all
forward
right.
charge gives the tower, right? Because now the Wyvern, instead
Yep.
of attacking the
Oh,
creeps,
yes,
Alright.
that's true as well.
forward charge, attack only straight.
Forward charge does give this tower lethal.
I like this Aphotic Shield actually. It plays around the Viven spell, Winter's Curse.
Okay.
Can't
that's
kill the Prelix anymore. It's a pretty good play.
Got the track coming out on Prelix.
Interesting.
Potion Knowledge. He's just kind of playing it, playing a little more passive.
Yeah, I
Well,
think right now
We're
Vin
having
is,
the item passing.
Yeah,
going
they're
on
just
here.
trying to pass
Yeah.
back and forth, and he's waiting for Tango to use all of his mana
Yeah.
on that
If
foresight.
Tango plays anything that's not Prowler Vanguard or Fountain Flask, there it is.
All right.
We've got the forward,
Forward
charge. This is going
charge.
to take it.
And he also could kill the ignite. You know, get him.
Straightens out Wyvern's arrow.
Yeah.
Demagicking Maul, which can kill improvements, was blocked before because you need your Wyvern to be unblocked to use it. But the forward charge straightening that arrow, that's just the perfect lane.
Yeah,
there.
that was big game. That was very well played.
Yeah.
Like, you can really see how important it is to be wary of the situations where you cannot pass.
Yep.
But now Tango's gonna have, wow, okay, passes back priority. That's scary.
That is pretty scary. But, I mean, if this coup whiffs, I mean, this is what it comes down to. If this coup whiffs, this Thunderhide is going to drop, right?
Yeah.
The 50-50 cheating death to keep the Abaddon alive.
All right, here we
Playing
go.
for it. 50
It's
All or
alive.
nothing.
It's alive.
Oh my god, and he gets a Photic Shield too.
Oh, and he could use his not ultimate. Well, it is his ultimate in Dota, but he could
time.
borrow time to go all the way back to full HP if he wants. I imagine he will. Yeah.
I would do it.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's not so easy anymore.
Wow, that was big game.
I mean, VinKelsier does basically need to take this tower. He needs to deal 10 more damage here. Otherwise,
Yeah.
this dinosaur is actually killable.
Is it?
It's down to 3 health already.
Yeah, but he has cheating death. So is it really killable?
Limis got a good point.
Haven't you seen a life coach game earlier, dude?
This
That was something.
this might be Tango's game after all.
Yeah, it seems like it. It all came down to the 50-50. I like VinKelsier going for it. The upside is so high.
Yeah.
It's
So
Well, upside is you win the game, right? So that's pretty good upsides.
Yep. It's pretty much as high as it gets.
At the same time, Tango's not threatening all so much damage, so VinKelsier has the opportunity to double deploy right with Winter's Curse unlocked.
I think we're also gonna see a Fountain Flask on the 14-14, right? The
Yes,
Thunderhide
absolutely.
pack. Alpha? Pack?
Pack.
Okay. I always get those wrong. The other one, the Alpha, is the 25-25, right?
Yeah, that's just way worse, even though it sounds like it's better.
Yeah, I know. It is larger, though.
It is larger.
It is very large. I had it played against me today in front of a creep. It was
It's a
kind of
value trade
a
right there.
go out on your own terms kind of thing going on, though.
2
Alright.
more ignites.
Double ignites is sick, dude. In this lane.
That is 5 improvements on this lane, or 4, sorry.
Some might even say it's improved. An improved lane.
So
Yeah,
How does
I-
Vin even climb back in this? Does he have anything crazy in his deck?
I mean, Ku can only target heroes, so
he
the
actually
flask
has the
will come down.
25-25.
Okay, clear the deck. Pressures it.
Yep.
I assume there's gonna be like double black hero in this
gotta
lane,
be.
and just
Could push through with.
yeah,
This
hope
flask
it
is gonna
gets
do
there.
so much.
Yeah, it's a big flask.
That was that very happy.
Do you
growl.
want to play?
or purr?
Yeah. Do you want to play the Prowler here too?
Yeah,
Is it
why
too
not?
large?
Absolutely.
I think any damage that you're blocking is relevant.
I mean, it could potentially block a black hero next turn, right?
Yeah,
That's
you could
true.
save for next turn. Yeah.
That's true.
I would
I think
probably
with the
have saved
foresight, he's
it.
probably
Hey,
thinking he's
I
gonna
mean,
get better plays.
VinKelsier has 2 Agility
Better, yeah.
Vandals.
Well,
double
right.
draw and Vandal.
Both
and
both
game.
the creeps are dying to ignites, right?
Yeah.
So Prowler is for sure not gonna be blocking anything this way,
That's true.
and that way black heroes could get through. So I think that was kind of big, or it could be big.
Yeah.
Unsupervised artillery could also be a very good top deck. There's some over-the-top potential in VinKelsier's list here.
All right, let's see
For
what he's
sure.
going to draw.
We could also have another.
One
feature-
Vandal!
Oh, one Vandal?
Is that lethal? I didn't-
It's not lethal yet, but a draw on the other Vandal or the artillery in the next turn will
he's
take
gonna,
it.
He's going to lose
He
Bristle
has the
back
Potion of
too.
Knowledge.
Can we have another 50-50 with Winter's Curse, by the way?
Yeah,
On
you
a
can Winter's
bottom?
Curse to remove a blocker, but he doesn't have enough mana to Winter's Curse and Vandal.
If the Potion of Knowledge draws
But there's a
either
red
artillery or
There's
Vandal.
a red Miss Maul as well, right? So that's 5 extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, that plus Vandal should be enough, right?
I mean, Tango will need to either disarm something or kill one of those, or kill whatever the Maul is attached to.
Which you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way for the cards in his hand to do it.
Yeah, no,
With
it
green
doesn't seem
cards.
like it.
Yeah.
He needs to draw like Fog of War or something like that.
Fog of War. Let's add more RNG to this game.
I mean, it's the only out, right? You do what I guess there's only green here in the last lane, so. Yeah, this should spell the end for Tango.
Can you maybe go for a draw? If he plays Rebel Decoy and swap the 14,
Oh,
right?
that could be.
Push
that
the
could
you just
initial
put
8.
Ogre Vandal in front of it, if you can, right?
Winter
Going for the
Season.
50-50
Cheating death.
again.
Oh, he
Cheating death
lives!
kept it alive.
And now he doesn't have any mana, so the draw play is on the
Oh,
table.
no.
Wait, the Aglody can't be played.
Yeah, this was a huge misplay.
That might be it. He's drawing the second Aglody, but he can't play it.
He actually hit the Eclipse.
Oh my god.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
unbelievable.
So Tango will get a draw.
He's realizing right now. He's like,
Yeah.
wait.
Wait, how much is this? It's
Is this enough? Tango needs to take it this turn because we're not going to combat next turn.
so that's 8 more.
I know
No,
how to use this.
that's 6 more damage, right?
I
Minus 6 siege, minus 2 damage from the
Yeah.
Yeah.
rebel. That's 6 more
6 more.
damage.
So
Plus
that's not
empower.
enough.
That's
It's not
9
enough.
more. Yeah.
and
And sword. That's 11 more. So
VinKelsier
that's
will
only
still win
21, right?
Well, unless Tango has maybe an intimidate.
or something.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll use this to
Does have the
fulfill my
intimidate
mission.
out as
that's
the one of.
the out.
He's got to have it.
Boom, boom, boom.
So now seeing this, you just pass. You need priority at all costs, right?
yeah. Vandal is just lethal.
Yeah.
Next turn.
But at the same time, I mean, you can't really assume he has Vandal, right? You have to.
Yeah, you might think you can force a tie with the dimensional,
Yeah.
which is a lot of damage.
We're just pushing a little bit more.
He's
with
definitely
Rebel.
thinking about it. He's aware
So
that he could
does
just die.
Tango has any interaction that's global? Or
Let's take a
any
look.
way to steal? So he has Arcane Assault, right?
Yeah, Arcane Assault to grab initiative. Okay, he's gonna go for the big damage.
Yeah.
But he also doesn't kill bounty, so now Intimidate is no longer now.
Wait, do you actually empower the creep here to try to get
I think so.
this Phantom Assassin, right?
Yeah.
Deal 5 to 2 more. No, not that creep.
So
7.
he just loses
Yep.
now, right?
Yeah,
There's
this-
no way he wins.
So the problem is this.
Well,
won't-
we said that last turn too, so, you know.
But now he's actually just dead.
Yeah.
Just-
No
I mean-
heals and death.
I mean, we'll see.
Is there
Wait.
something I've learned? It's
Wait. Oh, if
never
he had
say
one.
never.
Okay, no. I was gonna
Yeah.
say he can chain multicast on the Arcane Assault to get him, but that ogre's in the wrong lane.
Yeah, the Aglody Vandal will just represent lethal damage on Tango's.
Wait,
last
is there a
tower here.
lightning strike hiding in his deck?
Does he have friendly fire? That is an out.
Let's look at this list.
Friendly Fire is not in the deck list here.
Okay.
No
well,
lightning
that's-
strike.
that's
Well,
rough.
first he needs Arcane Assault, and then he
Yes.
needs something else also.
Yeah, because VinKelsier does have initiative for the Aglody Vandal for lethal.
Yep.
And looks like that's it. The Potion of Knowledge into the Assault,
Into what?
into nothing.
Yeah.
Into Power Barrage. This is his best interactive spell.
Into Intimidate, right? Oh, I guess Bounty didn't even die last time.
Yeah, he didn't draw Intimidate either, so it didn't matter.
Yeah. yeah.
At this point, if you're Tango, you're just crossing your fingers that there's no Aglody Vandal in the hand, and you can at least go for the tie.
As we know, not only is there one, but there's 2 of them. Somehow, there's 2.
What if Vin DCs? Have we thought about that one?
Yeah, that has been a lose condition so far.
That is always a possible lose condition.
True.
Look at that improvement. All right.
Yeah, this is not a lane I expect to
I
win.
love this
when I see all
animation
this.
too when you finish the game with the rock.
Yeah. That's nice.
All right. That's the win.
And that is it. That's the last game of round 7, so that concludes day 1.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have the
Final.
bracket out?
Yep.
Should, right?
Should be
Let's
able
take
to
a look.
pull that up and look at our top 8 for tomorrow.
Okay. Let's go to Bruno's PC if we can.
Yep.
I'm sure production is working to do that, but like we mentioned, Yolarson 7-0, Fenno second place,
job.
Dane,
Thank you.
Game King, Kuro, Space Loner, Mogwai, and that's it. Or Nyman is also in.
Nyman is also in. Those are the 8 players that are going to top 8.
So they generally pair like number 1 to number 8, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So it's you versus Nyman, I think. If that
I have an old Swedish friend that has the Elias name. But I don't
He's
think
not
it's
Swedish.
him.
Maybe.
He's
Yeah, I don't think it's him.
from
It couldn't be
Kyrgyzstan, I
him.
believe.
Could have been.
It's like an old Magic player, like a doctor, I think. He's
Yeah.
like
Oh.
42 or something. I don't think it's him.
It's not.
And we actually do
I
know
believe.
what the matchups will be as well, because it's going to be top seed versus bottom seed,
Yeah.
and so on and so
is
forth.
it guaranteed?
It should be, and I think it does rank in order of like the internal tiebreakers.
I don't trust that until I see the actual.
Yeah,
I actually don't know the answer to this, but is there any upside to be top seed?
Yeah, you go against the bottom seed first in the top 8.
Right, but you know.
So no.
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
No,
not
you don't
yeah,
have an
not
advantage,
really,
yeah.
not really. theoretically, on average, you might be worse against a very slightly worse player.
Sure,
But
yeah,
not reasonably.
It's not like football
Yeah.
or whatever.
Exactly.
I think if you're good enough to make top 8, then you're good enough to win the whole tournament.
Absolutely.
I think so.
I don't think top C actually has any advantage,
No.
apart from having the 7-0 curse. So good luck.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, actually, we've proven that it has a disadvantage.
Exactly.
So.
God damn it.
I think
Should've
going
conceded
forward,
last round.
if I ever go 6-0
Or does the
again,
curse know if you concede the last round? Does it know?
maybe. Now we're getting too meta. I'm not sure.
Okay,
right.
here we go. The top 8 players all here.
It's a lot of known names.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is Yo Larson versus Nyman, Fenno versus Mogwai, Dane versus Space Loner, Game King versus KuroKy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
And
that's
keep
gonna
in
be
mind, tomorrow these players will be drafting brand new decks for the top 8 finals, and quarterfinals, semifinals.
And yeah, I don't know if we're gonna show the draft that Yo Larson's gonna make because now there's more info, but we'll decide that tomorrow.
Yeah.
The broadcast will
yep.
continue back tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. PST at BTS Artifact as well as Steam.tv. And I think that's gonna do it for us today. It's been a long day. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we will see you tomorrow.